everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a shooting review and just my first initial impression in general of the Glock 48. I was able to get my hands on one of these a little early. Thank goodness. I always try to do that for you guys, get a video out as soon as possible, and I was able to do that with the Glock 48 as well. Now I didn't get a 43X. I've already got a 43, and I've said before I don't know if I'll ever buy a 43X, but depending on how this thing shoots, that may all change. I said yesterday on a post on Instagram, if you carry a hybrid holster such as the Stealth Gear, this will actually work in that. Even as thin as this gun is, it will still work in a hybrid holster. When you put the belt on, it kind of pulls it into your body a little bit, and this will work in hybrid holsters. Now if you're a Kydex fan, which I am a Kydex fan as well, you have to get that made specifically for this this firearm because of the narrowness. But like I said, if you use a hybrid for a Glock 19, this will work. So the weather is pretty crappy today, so I'm actually having to do this at my house. You all know there's a big field behind the house. I can shoot in that field. I really don't like doing that most of the time because of the neighbors, and my dog doesn't like that, the sound and stuff like that. But I wasn't gonna be doing a lot of shooting today because, well, it's just, I started to go to North Carolina and it was raining so bad over there, there was no way I could do this video. And it's starting to rain here as well. So we're gonna probably put 30, 40 rounds through this. I'll do the normal thing. I'll do my first initial, 10 rounds, tell you what I kind of think about it because I've not even fired this yet. And then we'll do kind of like rapid speed shooting so you can see how the recoil management is with this longer, thinner grip. I do want to say this actually feels really good in the hand, and this actually points as well as almost any Glock I've ever had in my hand. I was pretty amazed when I picked this up and just threw it up to pull up the sights. They just seem to be right there, and I was pretty impressed. Now I don't know what the recoil is going to be like or anything like that, but like I said, this is going to be seeing how that works. So we got 10 rounds of just regular Winchester white box, and we're going to see how it works. Let me put on the ears and eyes. First round's fixing to go down range. A lot of water on my glasses. Now we're about 10 yards as normal. Okay, my first initial impressions of this gun is it's a soft shooter. It's really a soft shooter. It's actually pretty amazing how soft this thing actually does shoot. I figured as narrow as it was, it might have a little jump to it, but you can really get a good purchase on that. Even with my hands being as large as they are, I can really get a good purchase on this firearm. So next what we're gonna do is some quick shooting, kind of see how recoil management really is. I didn't do some really fast shooting there, and but we're going to right here and just see how the recoil management is on it. Then again, same ammo, just kind of speed shooting. So there again, the recoil management of this firearm is pretty amazing. And in all seriousness, it's actually becoming one of my favorite Glocks just in the short time I've shot it. Now I know that's a lot to say because I'm a big 19 fan, but I've said before I think this is kind of the best of both worlds between a 19 and a 43 because you get that 19 size, but you get that 43 thickness, which is pretty nice. So and I really can't stress how well the recoil management is on this. It's pretty amazing. I think the recoil management on this gun is actually better than a Glock 19 like Gen 5, in my opinion. I don't know what it is. Like I said, the grip feels really good in the hand, and when you pull it up, it just seems to be right there. The sights just seem to be on money. Now, I'm not a big fan of this silver slide. I have to say that. I will probably get this slide Cerakoted. My cousin got one of these as well, and he actually likes this silver slide, but I want to show you what little bit I've had it in the holster. It actually starts showing like some black marks on it, stuff like that. And I don't care about my guns having some marks and stuff, but I mean, I've really not carried this thing, and it's starting to show, you know, some signs where it's wearing off on it and stuff like that. And I just don't like that. I think if it was a black slide, which where I got this at, they had a few of them in stock, and hadn't even put them on the shelf yet. I just happened to get lucky and call in and say, hey, I'd like to have one of these. And they were like, hey, okay, well, we'll sell you one. So, you know, I run up there. It took me about an hour and a half to drive up there and get it. But I'm just not a fan of this slide. Now, I don't know if they will come out with, you know, the black coating on the slide, kind of like the Gen 5 Glocks have. I hope they do. It really doesn't matter to me either way now because I've already got one. But I will definitely probably have this one Cerakoted some color. I'll keep y'all posted on that. You've seen it. It's starting to rain a little harder now. I just want to get this video up. I'm going to throw up a shoot and see on this, and we're going to see how accurate it is. Now remember, I put 20 rounds through it. The trigger on this thing is actually a little squishy. It's pretty squishy for a Glock trigger. It will definitely get a trigger upgrade. As you can see here, I don't know, it just feels mushy. It feels like it's got some kind of sludge in it or something. I'm sure that'll probably work its way out, but I'll probably wind up putting like an Overwatch precision trigger or something in this gun, and definitely new sights. It still has the stock Glock sights on it, and I'm definitely not a fan of those sights, as most people in the world are not a fan of those sights. So what we're going to do now is set the target up, throw up a 6-inch shoot and see, and step back about, like I said, about 10 yards, and we're going to see what kind of accuracy we can get out of this after 20 rounds. Who knows, but it should at least all print in the same place, I hope. See you in a minute. Okay, it's really starting to rain now. As you can see, we got the target set up. We have a shoot and see, and the reason I use these shoot and sees is because they don't lie. You can see exactly where they hit, and that's why I do that. So I've got that set up for y'all. Let me get the camera a little closer. We'll walk back here. I've got 8 rounds in the magazine, and we'll see what kind of accuracy we can get out of this little gun by shooting a little slow. All right, so you can see the target doesn't lie. This trigger, like I said, is pretty smushy. I'm just not digging the trigger. I like the way the gun points. I like the way, you know, I like the way it feels in your hand, and I like how quick the sights are to acquisition. But just from the target right here, you can see that we had 3 here and a couple hit the bullseye, but then we had a couple flyers over here. I'm not real happy about that. I may actually try this again and stick it on video, and then if I get the same results, I'm not going to say it's the trigger, it's probably the shooter. It is raining, it is cold, and it is windy, but you know, I'm not making that as an excuse. Let me throw up another target. We're going to try this again. Okay, I got 8 more rounds in the magazine. We got up a fresh target again, as you can see right here. We're going to try this a second time. If it doesn't get any better this time, we're just going to, you know, chalk it up that I'm just having a bad day, I guess. But I do think a better trigger would help this gun out a little bit. I can't, it's almost like it has molasses in it or something. It just really slows it down. It's real sluggish feeling. It's not that it's not smooth, it's just sluggish. So we're going to try this one more time, like I said, about 10 yards or so, and I'm really going to slow down and try to do better. The rain's starting to pick up, so this will probably be the last one we do, regardless how I do shooting. So let's turn it in and see how it works. Okay, so the trigger must be smoothing out, or I'm getting better one. The rain must be helping me. I don't know, but this is a lot better group. I'm not saying it's great. One big ragged hole right here with 2 little flyers. I always have a flyer. I don't know. I'm just just condemned to have flyers, I guess. But you can see right here, this is just one hole. I can stick my finger straight through it. It was just ripped out, and then these 2 flyers. So the gun does shoot well. It's 8 the bullets, no problem at all. It's 8 everything I put through it. Great little gun. The rain is really starting to come down. So my final thoughts on this gun. I love it. This could very likely replace my Glock 19 as my CCW EDC pistol. It feels so good in the hand. As you can see, you can get a full grip on it. It just, I don't know, I just can't explain. Until you get a hold of one of these and actually hold it in your hand, it's hard to explain how good it actually fits your hand. I was really surprised. I do like my Glock 43, but with that short grip, you know, you just can't get a good handful on it. But with this, it makes up for that. And I said it once, I'll say it again, I think this is the best of both worlds. You can have a Glock 43 and you have a 19, but now you can have both. And in my opinion, the Glock 19 is a little thick sometimes for carry. You know, you can kind of feel that pushing into your body. The Glock 43 is really, really good for carry, and this is going to be really great for carry. So Glock 48, 2 thumbs up. As normal, Glock hit a home run with this one, in my opinion. Your opinion may differ, but I think whenever you get a hold of one, you're really going to like it. So I appreciate you watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.